Okay, so so take the second. Okay, this is the textbook, right? Click this one here, and then we will give you this is, okay, and then take the second edition. Okay. Now we are in chapter three. Right? So chapter one is talking about the basic statistical basic, like what is a statistic, what is data, how to collect data, something like that. Okay, what kind of data, what the type of data, something like that. Okay. For the chapter two is talking about the graphical description of data. Right? There are two kind of graphical description of data, based on the qualitative data and based on the quantitative data. Okay. For the qualitative data using bar graph and pie chart. Okay. For bar chart and pie chart. Okay, so for chapter 3, we will discuss about the numerical description of data. Okay. So chapter 3,
Sir, can you share your screen?
excuse me? Oh,
Can you say, I mean, share your screen because we can't see anything. We're seeing you.
sorry. Okay. Um, okay, let me repeat again. Okay, so this is the textbook again from my website under the course information. Okay. If you click this one, it give you the website for the textbook. Right? Okay. And pick the second edition of the textbook. Um, yeah, I believe because the homework is based on the second edition. Okay, so for chapter 3, so we discuss about the numerical description of data. Right? Okay, before it's talking about graphical description of data, and now it's numerical description of data. I think you have heard about this, right? Like for example, measure of center. Measure of center it consists of mode. Is the data value that occurs the most frequently in the data. Typically mode. Right? To find it, you can count how often each data value occurs and then determine which data value occurs most often. Okay. And median is the data value in the middle of a sorted list of data. Okay. To find it, you put the data in order and then determine which data value is in the middle of the data set. And the mean is the arithmetic average of the numbers. Okay. This is the center that most people call the average. Through all three means. Uh, through, I mean, so all three mean, median, and mode really are average. Okay, so actually all of them are talking about average, okay, or the measure of center. So there are no symbol for the mode and median, but the mean is used to create here, okay, and give us a symbol. So we used to use a mean every time instead of using mode and median. Okay. So this is the formula for the population mean. So you add all of the data value divided by n. N is the size of the population. Yeah. This is called mu. 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 Say mu. Yeah, not mu. Mu. Okay. So the sample means using the x bar. Yeah. So the summation of the data value data values divided by the n. The n is the size of the sample. Okay. So for example, if you want to find what is the mean for this, or the median of this data, or the mode of the data, right? So for the mean, you just add all of them and then divide by the number of the or the size of the sample, right? Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I thought then blah blah blah. Integrated. For the median, you need to sort the data first. So from here, I think the data already sort. No, that's not sorted, right? So it starts with 6.8. Right? This is because the smallest value, right? Or the minimum value, and then the next one will be 75. Right? I can see here, and the next one will be 8.2 and 8.2 also. Because we have 8.2 here, okay, and then we have 94, the maximum value. And to find the mode, sorry, to find the median, so you just need to find what is the number in the middle, which is 8.2, right? So the median will be 8.2. Okay, for the mode is so you need to put in order also, right? And then see what is which value appears the most number of times. So it is in this case it's 82, right? So the mode will be, sorry, not 82, 8.2. Okay. So the mode will be 8.2. And so what about if the median, I mean the data has a even number of data points. So you do the same thing, but put it in order, right? And see the data in the middle is, there are two data in the middle if you have the even data points, even number data points. Okay? So you need to add these two numbers and then divide by 2. So that will be the median. Okay? If you have to data value in the middle, you have to add it divide by 2. Okay? So, and also you can use calculator here, okay? And yeah, if you have the calculator, you can use it, okay? But already give you the Excel in here, and also I will give you the Google Sheet also, okay? Okay, here. And also you can use R. So first you need to create a weight, a numerical vector data, right? And then using mean, put the data here in the middle here, I'll give you the mean here. And also if you put median, it gives you the median, okay? Yeah, I will show you later using the Excel, okay? So yeah, this is just, yeah. Yeah, and you can find the median process in the middle, so divide by 2, yeah? Okay. But yeah, this one is the example I showed you with the extreme value, yeah. Okay. So in this case, the extreme value is 22.1. See, before is what is the average. Before the average is like around 7, right? Or around 8, right? Okay. Yeah, the mode also around 8. Okay. But because of the extreme value, which is 22.1, right? Okay. Make the average jump to 10.37. But the median is still the same. Okay. I mean, around the same number. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. So sometimes this kind of data is collect outlier. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think this one is about the information about this one that you use in average median or mean. Okay. Yeah, so this example, in terms of salary, instead using the mean, I think we use the median. Okay. The reason here is because when multiple samples are taken from the same population, okay, the sample means tend to be more persistent than the other measure of center. Yeah, you need to be careful in deciding which one is, are you using mode or using median or using uh, what do you call it? Means. Okay, so this is what happened here if the graph of the distribution is skewed left. Okay, so the mode will be the highest on the last, will be the highest, okay? And the mean will be the lowest. So for the symmetric distribution or Bell-shaped distribution, the mean, the median, and the mode will be the same. And for the skewed right, again the mode is the highest part is on the left, right? And then the median, and then the mean. Yeah, yeah. That's why most of the time they use the salary using the median instead of using the mode or the mean, right? Because look like the median like in the middle, right? Okay? All the time. Okay? And this one is talking about the weighted average. Okay. So the weighted average is this is an example I think in biology class here. Okay. So what is the final score? What um, in this class? Okay. For example, like the left score is 50%, and two two exams are about 25%, and then the final exam is like 35%. Okay, so and you suppose so you suppose score of 95 on the left, right, and then 83 on the 83 and 76 on the exam, okay, and then 84 in the final exam. So how to find the final score? So you need to use the we call it the weighted average. Okay, so but the left is 95, right? But the weighted is 15. So you multiply 95 times 0.15, and then but the first for the exam is the weight is 25. The first exam is 83, so 83 times 0.25, and then the second exam is 83. So no, the second exam is 76, so 76 times 0.25, right? And then plus the final exam is 84 multiplied by the weight is 0.35, right, 35%. So the final grade will be this one. Okay. So the same thing is in our class also. I put like weight or homework, exam, and final project. Okay. So using the weight, you can find what is the final grade. Okay. So that's why it's very important to complete all of the assignment, including the exams. Okay. Okay. So this is a way to find the weighted average using the calculator. And also this is the weighted average using the or weighted mean using the R. Okay. Yeah, the other example is your GPA. So your GPA also using the weighted average. Okay? Like you multiply the number of credit with your grade, and then divide by the number of credit. So it gives you the GPA. Yeah, so yes, you can have skew right, left, right. Yeah, so this is the 3.1 is talking about the measure of center, okay? And 3.2 we call it measures of spread. Okay, so like how far the spread of the data or the distribution. Okay. Yeah, measure of spread, or we call it also measure of variability. Okay. Like how different is the data something like that. Okay. So yeah, in this chapter we'll describe some of the different measures of variability, also known as variation. Right? Okay. So the first one is we call it range of data set. It's the difference between the heights, I mean the highest and the lowest data values, or the maximum and the minimum values. Okay. So the range will be the highest value subtract with the lowest value, or the maximum value subtract with the minimum value. Okay. So for example, what is the range for this data? So you need to find what is the minimum value, which is 10, right? Maximum value is, which is 50, right? So the range will be 50 subtract with 10, so 40, okay? And the same thing for this one. The minimum is 10, the maximum is, okay. Yeah, so we can see here the median, the median is the same. The range is 40. Okay. Yeah, yeah, this one is the same thing, right? Because even it's different data, but the minimum and the maximum the same, right? Okay. So the range will be the same. What about this? The minimum is 28, the maximum is 32, right? So the range will be 32 subtract with 28. Um, yeah, this one is using the dot plot, they call it. Okay, so for example, 30 represent this one here, and 31 is this one, 32 this one, and this one is 29, this is 28. Okay? And now how to find the deviation. Okay. Deviation is, so deviation is the distance its value is from the mean. Okay? So in this case, you need to find what is the mean first, right? And then to find the deviation, you need to subtract the deviation with the mean, right? So you got this formula here. So this okay, and okay. Okay. Now you so when you got the deviation, you find what is the average of the deviation. So you need to add all this deviation and then divide by the number of or in this case you need to square it, okay? Because you have a negative number here, right? So in order to find the distance, you need to square it and then add it together and then divide by the sample size. The sample size minus 1. So this is called the variance. If you take the square root, so we call it the standard deviation. So this is the sample variance, this is using this formula, and then the sample standard deviation simply just take the square root of the variance. Okay? And this is but you need to subtract the sample size with 1. But for the population variance, you add them all x minus the mu. Mu is the average, okay, and square them, and then add them together and divide by the n. The n is the population size, okay, or the size of the population. And for the standard deviation, simply just take the square root of the sigma square or the population variations. Okay. So for example, we have the two type of training here: training 1, training 2. Yeah. And this is the data. Okay, so for example, variable 1 is productivity of training 1, productivity of training 2. And to find what is, you can find what is the average for each training. And then take the square root. I mean, not take the square root. You subtract from the mean and square it and then add them together and divide by n minus 1, right? For the sample size minus 1. So you give you the variant for the first training and then give you the variant for the second training, right? Okay. And you can see the standard deviation also different because if you take the square root of this, it gives you this, right? If you take the square root of this, it gives you this. Okay. So from the standard deviation, the second training seems to be the beta training because beta is less spread out. Okay. So this is the way to see which treatment or which training is, if you want to compare two kind of treatment or two kind of training, something like that, this one is better. You can see from the the standard deviation. Okay. So the smallest the standard deviation, this mean is more consistent. Okay. So it would be better for the managers in this case to have a training program that produce more consistent results, so they know what to expect for the time it takes to complete the task. Right? Okay. Yeah, so we have to. So if you to be, I mean, if you are a manager, right? If you want to consider restraint is the best one. So you have to do like this kind of data analysis. Okay. So you need to find what is the standard deviation for each training. Okay. Yeah, you can also use the uh, Yeah, this is L1. Yeah. And also you can use the R here, area. Okay. So you can find what is the mean, what is the median, what is the range, what is the standard deviation, what is the variance. Okay. So this is another use of the standard deviation here. Okay. We call it one of the use of standard deviation is to describe how a population is distributed by using the Chebyshev theorem. Okay. This theorem works for any distribution, whether it is skewed symmetric bimodal or other shape, okay, or any other shape. It gives you an idea of how much data is a certain distance on either side of the mean. Okay. So for example, at least 75, so you have to use this formula. And then at least 58.9 of the data fall in the interval from 0. From mu subtract with mu from mu subtract with 3 sigma. On the right side, mu plus 3 sigma. Okay. And 90.8% of the data fall in the interval from mu sigma to the mu plus 4 sigma. Okay. So this is the example how to use the Chebyshev theorem. So for example, if you want to see what value is at least 75% of data fall in the interval of this. So you can first you need to find what is the mean and you need to find what is standard deviation. So on the left side, you need to subtract mu with 2 sigma. Right? The sigma is, or the standard deviation is 2.18, so you need to put that one. Sorry, I think someone that just spam. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so you can find the interval that 75% of violent tornado is happen, right? Okay. So it's like between 1.88 to 90.6, right? So because you cannot have a personal tornado, right? So you need to round up this to 2 and then 91, right? So at least 75% of the year have between 2 and 91 strong to violent tornadoes. Okay, if you want to check, so this is for the 75%. So you need to start with 2 sigma, and then on the right side you need to add mu with 2 sigma, right? Okay, so yeah, I think another one is if you want to see the value is unusual or not. Okay, so you can use this. Uh, Yeah, unusual, I think it says like more than 75%, I think. Okay, for the next one is, let me see. Ranking. Okay, so it's using ranking or percentile. Okay. K percentile another. Okay. So what does score the 90th percentile mean? This means is that 90% of the score were at or below this score. Okay. A person did the same as better 90% of the data or the test papers. Yeah, this was an example. For 70% percentile mean is like 70% of the score were at or below this score. Okay. So if the test was at 10 points and your score at 80 percentile, what was your score on the test? Okay. Of course you don't know, right? But you can use the percentile so you can see the which one the score is will be. So this is the one that first you need to sort the data in the increasing order, and the second one is find the median. This divide the data this into two halves, right? And then find the median for the data below the median, or the median of uh, the first half, the first half of the data, right? Which is a Q1 or the first quarter, okay? And find the median of the above the median or the median of the second half of the data. So we call it the third quarter or Q3. Okay? And also this we call it interquarter range. The quarter range is looking, you need to subtract the Q3 with Q1 or the third quarter subtract with the first quarter. Yeah, so this is the way to consider the outlier or not. Okay. Yeah, there are two kind of outlier. Because it's low fence and the other one is high fence. Using this one now. Okay. So this is the typical of block plot. So the minimum, the first quartile, and then the median, and then the third quartile, and then the maximum. Okay. So this is like block like this. Okay. So the first line here is the minimum. The second line is the first quartile. The second line is the median or the Q2. And then Q3 or the third quartile is the this line. Okay. And then this one is the maximum. Okay. So this is the example. Okay. First put the data in order like this. Right? And then looking for the one in the middle. So how many data? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, huh? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12. So the one in the middle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This is in the middle. So there are two numbers in the middle. So you need these two numbers divided by 2. So this will be the median. Okay. Oh, okay. So to find the first quartile, you need to find what is the median of the first half, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the middle will be this two, right? So you need to add this two divided by 2. So it give you the first quartile. And the middle of or the median of this two data is will be this one, right? So divided by this two is equal to third quartile. Okay, so The minimum, first quartile, median, and then third quartile, and then the maximum. Okay. And you want to find what is the interquartile range, IQR. So you need to subtract the Q3 or third quartile with the first quartile of Q1. Okay. We'll got this one. Okay, so this is like the plot of the total Australian banks, okay, in 2012. So you can see the distribution is what? Skewed right because the red tail is longer. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just tricky. Picture. You can see if you subtract from here to here, and if you subtract from here to here, this one will be longer, right? So that's why you call it a super one. Okay, so any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay. Maybe you can go to. I think we still have time, right? So you can represent the data as a block plots, okay? Using the maximum first quartile, median, or the Q2, and then third quartile, and then the maximum. Okay? And also you can use the software to to draw the picture or the graph. Okay? Like this one here. So first, I think you need to put the data in this variable, right? And then you can with summary give you everything here. Give you the minimum, the first quartile, the median, the mean, the third quartile, and the maximum. Okay? And then using this command dot plots, it give you this picture. Okay? Let me try. Uh, need to go here. I think it's in the or in the it should be done here. Bookmark because we can run our online run our online. Okay, so you need to erase this one, and you can use this. Okay, so this one, right? So you need to copy this too. Right? Copy and put it here. Okay, and then you need to copy this one. Right? And put it here. Let me see. We need to put it together. Okay, and you run it. We will give you the same picture. Okay. 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 So
Oh, you're cute today. Your hair's all down.
okay. Yeah. So I think this one is another example. I think what this one is you want to
No, like my ID thing. I had to like delete all my apps and do it over again.
Instagram only.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's all I think for chapter 3. Okay. So you
Oh.
just need looking for the net center and also measure of spread. Okay. And if you want to do another,
Might as well just put it on my throat.
this is using the dot plot. Who's this? Jesslyn, can you unmute yourself?
Mhm.
Let me unmute it. Okay, here.
Jocelyn, turn your mic off.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So okay. Okay. So do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay. If you don't have any question,
No,
we
sir.
can we continue with the homework? Okay. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
so we can continue with the homework. You can use this one. Okay. And also you can use. Let me show you. Yeah. You can use also. I give you the Google. The Google. Call it the Google spreadsheet. Okay. I will share it in. Also, you can find in the YouTube video. I put the link there also. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, okay. You can go here. Chapter 3, right? Chapter 3 will be. Okay, this is chapter 4. Okay. Yeah, chapter 3 to be this one here. Okay. And I give you also the recording for the unit 1 exam. Okay. Let me see here. This should be done here. Okay. So let me share this. So this one from the last semester. Okay. Let me stop it. Let me share with you the Google Sheet or spreadsheet here. Okay. So I start with step number 1 here. Let me share it with you. Okay. Okay. I will share it with you. Yeah, I will put in the chat so you can use it. Okay. What you can do is try to copy the file. Okay. Go to file and then make a copy. Okay. And use the copy for your problem. Okay. Yes, you need to copy and then use the copy for your problem. Okay. Let me share it with you in the chat. Okay. Hold on. This is the chat. Yeah. See the chat. Okay. So yeah, I'm in the campus today. Okay. So you want to see me? You want to see me? You have to let me know what time you want to see me. Okay. Because maybe afternoon I will leave. Okay. I will leave the campus. Okay. Okay. So this is the link for the Google spreadsheet. Okay. Also, you can see it in the uh, in the YouTube video. Okay. So can you see the spreadsheet? Okay. So that's the spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the chapter 1. Okay. Okay, sorry, not chapter 1. Okay, let's go to the homework for chapter 3, right? Okay, you need to go down here. And you can start it. Okay, so this is question number 1. Okay, so you can do is just using the Excel, the activity then. So you can copy this by highlighting, right click, copy, right? And then put in the Google spreadsheet or in the Excel. Okay, yeah, put it here, right click, and then paste it. Okay. And you can see your data only, I mean, in this example, the data only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you don't need to have. Um, yeah, it's not 2 to 5. Okay, so from 11.5 to 3.6, right? So this one should be, need to erase this one. And then to find the mean here, you need to change the range, right? So because now the range from A4 to A8. Okay, so this one you need to change to A8. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, from A4 to A8, right? So it gives you this one. Gives you 16.6. Okay. Sorry, 16.16. So your answer here will be, how many decimal you need to put here? 2 decimal. Okay, so the answer is 16.16, right? Yep. Okay. So let me check it. Okay, it gives you the correct answer. And for number 2, you just need to go to the next one, right? So for number 2, you need to calculate the median, and you need to round up to 2 decimal place, right? Okay. So to find the median, do the same thing. You need to copy this and then put in the Excel. Excel for number 2, this one here, down here. You need to put it down here, okay. And put it here. Right click and then paste it. Right. Okay. So you can see you don't need this. So you only have like from A4 to A10, right? Okay. So now you can copy this. Control C, Control V, right? And you can use sort. Edit, I think. Okay. Okay. Oh, you have to put the data here. Okay. Data, and then you need to sort sheet by column, C, I think, right? By column C. Okay. Let me see. I think you need to go here. Sort range. Okay. Only A. Sort by column C. Okay, let me see. Yeah. So you can see it's only sort this one, right? Okay. So you don't need this one here. This from the old data. Okay. So you can see. So the data in the middle will be this one here. Oh, sorry. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So the one in the middle will be number 4, right? Which is this one. Okay. So this one should be the one in the middle will be this guy. So you need to click this guy. Okay. And then enter. Oops. Yeah, I should click this one here. Okay. I didn't know. Okay. Yeah, so this one should be C7. Okay, no, check it. There you go. So you can you can also use Excel using this command here. Equal median, and then the data from, I think it should be from from A4 to A10, right? So this one should be A10. Enter. Okay, so this is the way to find the median. So the answer for the median for number 2 will be 14.4, right? Okay, you can submit the answer. And then number 3, the same thing, you can copy this and put in your Excel. This is the Excel for number 3. Put it here, that's it. Paste it, okay? And you don't need this guy, right? So you can highlight it and then press delete button. Okay. So now you can use, so now the range is from A2 to A6, right? So you need to change this from A2 to A6. Enter. This is the same thing from A2 to A6. The same thing like this one. Okay. So you can copy this. This is for the mean. Yeah. Right. Put it here. Put this in my place, right? And then for the median, give you this. Copy.
Mister, we can't see your screen.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, here you go. Can you see it now?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, I just see your face still.
Oh, okay, hold on. What about now?
No, sir.
Okay, hold on. I think I made mistake in the chat of this. Can you see it now? Can you see it?
No, sir.
I still cannot see it. Hmm. Okay, what about this now? Can you see my screen?
No, sir.
I still
It's
cannot.
still your face.
Okay. Maybe I need to stop the video, right? Okay. What about now?
No, sir. Now we don't see nothing.
Oh. Okay. Let me stop it. Okay, let me start it again. What do you think? Can you see it now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so maybe I need to repeat again. Okay, so from number one, okay. Number one is looking for X bar. X bar is the mean, okay, or the average, okay. So you need to copy this, right? And then put it here. Paste it here, okay. And then to find the mean, you need to use this formula here. Okay. So the formula is equal average and then the data in here. The data in from A4 to A8, right? Okay. Here this is A4, this is A8. Okay. So the data in from A4 to A8. Okay. To give you this answer. Okay. And I already put the answer here, that is correct. Okay. And for number two, the same thing, you need to copy this and then paste it in the Google Sheet. Okay. For number two, you copy, paste it here and paste it here and then sort the data, right? Give you the like this. Okay. To sort the data, you need to make sure that highlight it. You highlight this data and then go to data, sort range. Okay. So you need to sort based on the range that you already put over there. Okay. So it will give you so there are two ways to find the median here. So you can use sort the data, right? And then find the one in middle, which is this one. Okay. Or you can use the Excel, put equal median and then the data range. The data range will from A4 to A10. Okay. It will give you the same number. Okay. Okay. So now go to number 3. Okay. Do the same thing. Copy from the problem here. copy the data from the problem and then paste it to the Google Sheet, right here. Okay, and using the Excel command to find the mean is equal accurate and then put the data range from A2 to A6, right? Okay, you can enter. Okay, yeah, it will calculate. Okay, I think already put the already put the mean. Okay, now we need to put the median, right? And then I need to put standard deviation. Okay. So the standard deviation is equal STDEV dot S. S is that means it's for sample. Okay. And the data range from 8 and the data range from A2 to A6. Yeah, okay, let's copy this and then put any answer here. Okay. And then how many decimal you need to round up it? Round up to decimal, right? To decimal, that means you need to round up this to 12.86, right? Okay, you can submit it and give you the answer. Okay, so the next number will be number 4 here. So this we call it the weighted mean. Okay, so you can see you can copy this and paste it for number 1. Sorry, number 4. Yeah, okay, so put it here. Copy. I mean paste it, right? So you can see the data is from 3 to 10, right? Okay, and you have 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 4, 0, right? Okay. So automatically it will give you this because it's like you can see P3 is like we multiply 3 and 2, right? You got this one. Okay. Now saying you need to do the same thing for the rest, right? So you can do like this. You can see if you have a small cross there, so you just hold it and drag it down. Okay. Oops, no, not working. Okay, not working. Okay. Yeah, this is got that. Okay. So you can copy this and give you all of this, right? Okay. So this one will be the summation of the x times f, right? And this is the summation of the total of the sum, the summation of the f. Okay. So you can see here. So you divide the summation of the x times f, which is C11 divided by B11, the total of f, right? Or the sum of f. Okay. Give you this number, this answer. So you just copy and paste it to your answer. So this is the mean here. Okay. How many decimal? They didn't tell you anything, right? So you can copy all of those. So you can copy everything, right? Okay. Now how to find the median here? So you can see there are how many data here? 21, right? If you have 21 data, right? So the one in the middle will be what? 11, right? So you can see here you have 4 here, you have 4 here, right? And then you have 5, you have 6. So the third will be in here, right? But this is 5, 9, 11. I mean 10, 11 will be in here, right? So that means the mode will be, sorry, the median will be 14. Okay, sorry. The median will be 7, not this one. So the median will be this number. Okay. Or you can do like this. Okay, like the first two data is 3, right? The third, fourth data will be 4. The fifth will be 5. And the 6, 7, 8, 9 will be 6, right? And then 10, 11 will be 7. So because the middle is 11, the 11, so the answer will be 7. Okay. So the median will be 7 here. Okay. Any question? Okay, if you don't have any question, we will continue with the next one. Okay. Yeah, so everyone, I believe that everyone should have different problem here. Okay. Let me see. One number 5. See, my problem here is different than the one in the one with the, what do you call it? With the problem here. Okay. So what you can do is yeah, maybe you can do the same thing like copy and paste it. Right? Okay, right click and then paste it here. Oh no, it's not copy. Can I copy this one? Okay, you have to cancel it. Yeah, sometimes you can copy, sometimes you cannot copy. Okay? I don't know, maybe you need to copy like by half of it first. Yes, you can copy like by half of it, by half of the data, right? And then copy the rest. Okay. So copy the rest here. Okay. Yeah, fortunately the number of data is the same, right? So like 16 data, right? Okay. But now you need to copy this data to the one here. Control V. Okay. Now you need to sort the data, right? Using this one here. Using the sort range. Okay. Okay, enter. Then now you sort the data here. Okay. And what happened here is, so this one will be the first quarter, right? The first quarter will be, oops. Yeah, okay, see here, yeah, from two, yeah, you have 16 data, right? So the middle will be 8 and 9, okay? So the median will be this one here. So the median will be, if you divide by this two, right? Divide by 2, you got this one, okay? Okay. So that's the median. This is the first quarter. The first quarter is like the middle of the first half, right? So if you have 8, the middle of the first half will be 4 and 5, right? Okay. So these two guys, okay. These two guys is D6 and D5. Okay. So you add D6, I mean D5 and plus T6 divided by 2, so got the first quartile. Okay. And the middle of the second half will be from 9 to 16, the middle will be 12 and 13. Okay. So the Q3 will be D13, which is this guy, plus D14, which is this guy. If you add this to divide by 2, you got the same number, right? Okay. This one here. Okay. So you got the first quartile, second, the median, and also the third quartile, right? Okay. So the median, this guy, using this formula, right? You can see the data from D2 to be 17, right? Okay. So this is the median, and now looking for the mean is simply using the average and then the data range from D2 to 17, right? And for the standard deviation, the same thing, okay? Using, so in this case, using population, okay? And also you can use this formula, okay? You can see the third quartile is P1 also, okay? Right? And then you can use the formula. So the first quartile will be this guy here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got a different number. Okay, so I don't know if I have to use this one here. Let me see. No. Yeah, apparently the Excel is using different formula or algorithm. Okay, so it gives you the different number here. Okay. I think the one that is correct should be this one here. So you subtract the F16, which is this guy, right? With the F6, which is this guy. Okay. It gives you 9.5. Okay. Let me put the answer here. So the median will be, remember what is the median here? 57, right? Okay. So the median is 57. The RQR is 9.5, right? Remember? And then the mean will be this one. And the standard deviation will be this one, right? Okay. And you need to round up to the nearest 0.1. That means it's one decimal place. Okay, so this one will be 5.8, right? And this one is 56.1.8. Now you can check the answer. Yeah, they should. Yeah, all is correct. Okay, so this number 5. What is this now? Yeah, for this one is simply to find the monthly payment. So to find the monthly payment is simply you subtract the first payment with the last payment, right? And then divide by and not plus 1. Yeah, the money that you owe for the first time, subtract with the money that you have after you pay. I mean, how much money that you owe the first time, and then how much money that you owe after the last month, right? So you subtract these two and divide by 12, you get to the month of the month. Okay. So in this case, you have a 5. Yeah, you can use calculator. You can use the Excel or something. Okay, for number 6 is, and your problem is, in this problem you have what? Yeah, so this one should be, the money that you owe the first one is 5589. Okay, so this one should be 55889. Subtract with 4305, right? 4305 and divided by 12, got 107. Okay. 107. Okay. Okay, so the next one will be number 7. Yeah, this is the same thing. You just copy this and put in the Excel and looking for the standard deviation, right? Okay. Yeah, put it here. Control V. We'll copy that one, right? And make sure this one is from 82 to 87, right? Okay. So this one should be the correct answer. So put it here. And you need to round up to 2 decimal place. Okay, so if you round up to 2 decimal place, you have this one, right? Okay. And then number 8. Yeah, so the range is yeah, so just simply copy this and put in the Excel or Google spreadsheet and Control V, and you got everything. So the range is 43, right? And then the standard deviation here is this one. So 43, the standard deviation here. Okay. So you have to be careful here. Reporting to more decimal place than the original data. The original data is only one decimal, right? So the reporting decimal place will be 3 decimal. Okay, so the answer will be 15.949, right? Okay, and you can submit it. Okay, so the next one will be this. The same thing, copy and then paste it here. So number 9. So the answer will be this one. $87. This is the standard deviation. Run to decimal. So the answer will be 26, right? Okay. So this is remember this is the dot plot. I mean the box plot, right? So this is the minimum. This is the first quartile. This is the median. This is the third quartile. This is the maximum, right? What is value for the Q1? The Q1 will be this one, right? So the answer is 10. And for this one, yeah, for this one you need to put in the Excel. Okay. So the mean is 69. the deviation is the standard deviation is 3, and then the score is 62, right? So you subtract 62 divided by 90. Okay. So you subtract 62 divided by 62 subtract with 69 divided by 3. Okay. So 62, 69 divided by 3. So you can see here, if the data between -2 and 2 is considered as not unusual. Okay, so because -2.33 is in this interval, right? So the answer is not unusual. Okay. So the answer is this one. Oh, you need to copy the value. Yeah. Okay. Control C, Control V. Two decimal place. So the answer will be this one, right? Oops. Oh, sorry. I think this one is on the left of the 2, right? Sorry. So the answer is unusual. Okay. Yes, negative 2.33 is outside of the interval between -2 and 2, right? Yeah. It's like on the left of 2 here, this one. So the answer is unusual. Okay, so this is easy, right? So this will be the minimum, which is 11. This is the first quartile, which is 15. Okay, and this is the median, will be 16, and the third quartile will be 19. Yeah? And then the maximum will be 20. Right? Okay. And okay, first find the first quartile and third quartile. Okay. So fortunately, the data is only in order, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the middle will be 5 and 6, right? These two, right? Okay. And the middle for the first one will be 7.2, right? Okay. And the middle for the second half will be from here to here will be 16.6. Okay. And the next one. So this is there are two plots here. Okay. So this is the one of the important thing that you can use for plot here. If you want to compare like the salary of two group of people here. So the construction and the teacher, right? A person is making the maximum salary for the construction worker, which is this one, right? They are making more than what percentage of teacher. So this will be like include everything here, right? Okay, because this is maximum here. So you compare with the teacher, so the teacher will be cover all of this, right? So you know, like every part here represent 25% because it's quartile, right? So each part here is represent 25%. So because you cover the whole thing, so you add them all here. So 25 plus 25, 50, plus 25, 75, plus 25 is 100%. Okay. And the last one will be comparing the salary. Yeah. So Jenny median salary construction worker. Construction worker median salary will be this one, right? And then Marcos make the median salary for the teacher, which is this one. So if you compare this one with this one, the difference will be 10,000, right? And Jenny has more money than, Jenny will got more money than Marcos, right? Okay. Because Jenny has 40,000 salary and Marcos is like 30,000 salary, right? So the difference is 10,000. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, see this out. Okay. So you have a 15 problem here. So I don't think it's really hard. Okay. So you can try to do it by yourself. Okay. If you have any problem, just let me know. Okay.